If you are one of those who watched my previous video, of course you know by now that graphic design is governed by certain elements and principles, and these are the founding blocks upon which every design project is built. Once again, welcome to Victor Apprentice. It's still your boy Kankaranum the Benjamin, the professional apprentice aka Pro App. In this video, we'll be looking at the elements of design. There are certain elements that are foundational to graphic design, and these are lines, shapes, forms, space, color, typography, and texture. Line is one of the essential elements of design, and it is made of points. It connects any two dots in a design and can evoke various moods based on their texture, direction, look, and weight. Lines can be straight, curvy, wavy, and also jagged. Lines can be said to be the genesis of other elements. You can see how lines are clearly used in these designs, and without them, these logos couldn't have been made. When a line encloses an area or when two other elements are combined, we get a shape. A shape is any two-dimensional areas with a recognizable boundary. It is not new that every or almost every object is made up of shapes. There are two categories every shape falls under. One is geometric or regular, and this houses your normal circles, squares, triangles, and their close relatives. Secondly, the organic or irregular shapes, also known as the freeform shapes. Here is where you find amoebic shapes, and such shapes were used in designing these logos you see on screen. A shape transforms to a 3D object when it has 2 to 3 sides, which makes a form any shape that is mostly seen in 3 dimensions. In other words, bringing 3 squares together forms a cube. These logos are made with forms in mind, hence the reason why they have a 3D feel. Space or negative space is the vacant area surrounding any shape. It is the white blank, square or rectangular shape known as artboard in every design software. It helps to highlight the important parts of your design, simplify its readability, and make it visually accommodating for the eye without going overboard. There is also a positive space, and this is the design itself or every other element laid on the artboard. For example, my t-shirt is the artboard and the logo or the design on it is the positive space. So that makes the t-shirt the negative space and the design on it the positive space. Like I mentioned in a previous video, color is the non-verbal aspect of design as it speaks volumes without words. Color gives a certain feeling and personality to your design, and it can be applied to any of the other elements. This is one element that plays a vital role in design and in everyday life. To an extent, people are able to connect with brands because of the vital role this element plays in brand positioning. Every designer should have a good knowledge of color theory, color wheel, and every class of color on it, like the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors, which can be split into warm and cool colors, and also the monochromatic, analogous, complementary, and triadic colors. Plus, I'd rather not bore you with these details, but see how colors are thoughtfully used in these designs on screen. Typography is the actual carrier of your message, or the verbal aspect of design as I call it. It spells out directly and clearly every piece of information on any design carrying it. Every designer must have a decent knowledge of typography, and once you do, in my opinion, you've done 70 to 80% of the learning. Good typography can make any design project visually fluent, while bad typography can cause visual constipation. There are several categories of typefaces such as serif, sans serifs, which means without serif, slab serif, rounded, script, black letter, display, decorative, and abstract. Texture describes the feel of an actual surface. The surface quality of an object can be real or implied, and once again, my t-shirt is a good example. Having the knowledge of this basic design element gives you a headway as a beginner graphic designer. So watch out for my next video as I'll talk about how to apply these elements in your next design project. Yeah, so thank you for sticking to the end of this video, and don't forget to put God first and create again. Peace.